This is Dan from Action Figure Magic, and we've got a nice little, or shall I say, a nice large Marvel Legends 5-pack. This is Wolverine themed with Wolverine, and then a collection of pretty big baddies for him to fight. We've got Kalisto with eye patch and high heel boots on. We've got Jason Weingard, one of the villains who could do all his villainy while looking so dapper, although it does look like he needs a good night's sleep, but he's got those high socks on. We'll take a closer look at all these as going through them. We've got Cyber, who is nice and shiny. It's a nice little gleam to him. It looks like he's got Colossus arms on right now. That's probably a reuse from a Colossus figure, if I had to bet. And then, in my opinion, this is the highlight of the pack. This is Omega Red. They don't actually have a lot of Omega Red figures that they put out, which I'm surprised because I think he is one of the fan favorite villains of the X-Men. And this is just a nice looking pack. There's some weapons in there, swappable hands, swappable heads. We're going to take a look at all of those. But first, let's take a quick gander at the box. We got to get I picked up the figures and I put them off to the side, and then I put the box right where I was. So I kind of brought that upon myself. Got just the character faces on the side so you can see who they are. And then the people who do come with these swappable heads, they're on the other side with different faces. And this back art is just incredible. We've got Wolverine busting out, much like the stop motion. And then there's our other faces, including our new bearded Jason face, probably before he had a rough weekend. And just taking a closer look at the front of the box and the packaging, we've got the tentacles of Omega Red. We've got an Omega Red swappable head. We've got all sorts of fun stuff in there. But I think we'll push that off to the side, bring out our first up, and then take a look at all the accessories that come in the box. So we've got Kalisto first, complete with eye patch. And she has one of the more slender female frames of the Marvel Legends figures. But there is so much detail on this. I don't recall if they reused any of these parts. This seems like it might be a complete new sculpt. And it is pretty amazing. And she does come with swappable hands. Out of the package, she does have fists, so she could do some nice punching, but she also comes with some bladed weapons for some good stabbing, so she needs to be able to hold those, so she also comes with swappable holding hands, and since we want to give her those stabby so she can give Wolverine a run for his money with his stabby things, I'd say let's put on these holding hands. So they pop off at the wrist, and it looks like the hand glove arm part of her glove stays on. But I think we could actually remove that if we wanted to. That is not affixed to her. So if you wanted to give her a shorter glove length, you could do that. But for now, we're going to put it on because we don't want her to look ridiculous, and we don't want her to go up against Wolverine and then people just start laughing. That would not be kind to our Kalisto. So these are the two blades that she comes with. Let's put the light on so we can get a little bit more detail shown. It looks like a butterfly knife, as well as just a regular knife. I'm not sure what knife names. It's a standard knife, maybe a dagger, but that butterfly knife is really cool. And the detail on her face, she's got a scar from probably she was doing a trick with a butterfly knife and accidentally cut her face. You know how that goes. And yeah, she's got a nice little belt. She's got the double jointed knees. She's got a nice little boot. And just the detail in this figure is pretty amazing. She's got back pockets. She's got just her jeans. Everything about this is just, the design is perfect. The belt that is not attached, so it moves around, it wiggles. She's got an ab crunch on there. And she's an intimidating figure. So far, the 5-pack is starting off strong. Kalisto is quite the impressive figure. And she's got these bonus hands. She's got the knives. And let's go to figure number 2. Let's see, in no particular order, let's go with Cyber, the big, beefy brute of a metallic armed figure. We're going to have to adjust the camera because he is just massive. And he's got the shiny metallic gleam to the paint, which is pretty awesome. He's got a shiny head and an intimidating face. He does not come with any accessories, so this is the figure. He stands alone by himself. And I genuinely think these are Colossus's arms, even from the hands themselves. It might actually be a lot of Colossus, one version of the Colossus that they put out. Probably reuse a lot of the body sculpt. I know Marvel Legends and Hasbro in general loves doing that. I happen to like when they do that. I think it's fun. He's got a great ab crunch. He's got the double jointed knees. We've got some pins on those guys. We've got a pretty nice looking shoulder articulation, but it's a little bit stiff because he is one of the larger figures, so they're not as smooth when you got that much bulk on them. This arm is a little bit stuck, but well, we could probably work that in. And he's got the cool grasping hand, so he could pick things up, he could throw them, he could poke out Wolverine's eye, stuff like that. All the good cyber stuff you would expect. And we just pop that arm back into place. So it looks pretty good, leaving us with the Trace, Jason Weingard of the Hellfire Club, and here is Sebastian Shaw, also of that same club. I love this Sebastian Shaw figure. I use him all the time. He is a little bit worn and weathered. It looks like they have the exact same body sculpt, just a different paint application to it. And yeah, I think this is the exact same. And then there is the Donald Pierce figure who also has the same sculpt, just different head, different hands. But you could put them all together and they are going to look fantastic. And he comes with his second head. I'm not sure which one I like better. I think I do like the more like defeated one that he comes with versus the mutton chopped classier figure. So I think I'm going to leave this head on, at least for now. The head might not survive the entire review. Spoiler, I guess that's more foreshadowing because I'm not telling you which. And here we go. We've got a hand for holding like a nice goblet of wine, then another hand for holding something else. He doesn't come with any weapons or accessories, so he'll just have to stand here very noble with hand in vest. And number 4, we've got the man of the hour himself, the namesake of the package. We've got our Wolverine figure. He's got no shirt and he's got an angry face. And he's got these scars all over his body. So he is mid-battle. I guess he's taken on that crew, so there's going to be a lot of battle damage. For his shoulders, he's got that extra bit of articulation, so he can get some pretty awesome movements. Forwards, backwards, he can flex. He could rip things apart. He can just get angry. And yeah, he's got just hair all over his body, which Marvel Legends don't do a lot of body hair, but when they do it right. And oh, if you notice that on his hands, the claws are coming out the front of the knuckles versus most of the other ones. Here's the Wolverine Hugh Jackman figure, and then here's the classic X-Men Jim Lee design. They come out of the tops of the hands versus this one out of the front of the knuckles. So I'm actually not sure what other Wolverine figures have that, but that's pretty cool. This might be it's at least a new to me hand claw design for Wolverine, which is pretty amazing. And then we've got the nice little ab crunch on there, and he's got the twist like he did last summer, and he's got the joints, double joints on his elbows and his knees, just the standard articulation, just the extra bit on the shoulders that he has. He also comes with these hands. They're punching hands, but they got no claws on them, so I don't know why you would display a Wolverine without his claws. It just seems straight up silliness. So I'm just going to put those off to the side, and he comes with a bonus head, which, if you're asking yourself, this is a pretty amazing head that he comes with. What are we going to do with the bonus head? Well, I've got a great idea, so let's put Wolverine body over here and grab our nice sophisticated body to have a nice sophisticated Wolverine. Popping the head off was very easy. Putting the Wolverine head on is a little bit more challenging. I think I might want to do this off camera so that I can get a little bit more leverage on there. And there we go, pops right on. And now we've got a second classy Wolverine. He'll fit right into the Hellfire Club. I think there is I forget his name, it's like a Hellfire Wolverine. He's got the burning face. That is actually the head that you want on this one, because then he is literally ready for the Hellfire Club. And then we'll just have Cyber restraining our Wolverine and just hold him with his adamantium arms. And there's a lot of metal going on right there. And that leads us right into Omega Red, one of the coolest comic character designs. Over the years in all the comics, Omega Red does not change very much. He's always wearing the same. He always looks the same. When you've got a perfect design like this, there's really no need to change him up. So in my opinion, this is the perfect Omega Red figure. He's got cool little belt suspenders to keep his pants on. He's got cool little flared kneecaps. He's got a twist. He's just a big beefy figure. He's got a pretty nice little ab crunch on there. He's got a bonus head, but in my opinion, it looks almost the same. Like the mouth's open, the mouth's closed, but it's still the same expression. So I don't know if this head is necessarily necessary. So we're not going to plop it on right now. In my opinion, it's the same head. It doesn't really add any value having that second one. And then he's got the tentacles that come out of the bottoms of his wrists, and they just plop right in. Actually, they're a little bit not too easy to get in. It's actually not plugged in all the way, so it might fall out if we try to move it too much. But he comes with a few of them, so I just want to try them out and show how they look, and then we'll decide which ones we want to ultimately display him with, but they all look pretty awesome. So he's got the two longer ones, and it looks like they are a softer material and loop around. Oh man, those look incredible. So you could actually probably wrap them around your figures. You could use the I guess the loops that they already have, or since they're softer, you can probably get a little bit fancier and creative with how they're looping around. And since we're going to be looping, we might as well trap our friend Wolverine, which I think they already fell out of his wrist. So I kind of expected that one. I was not expecting them to be so, I guess they're not easy to work with, but they're not hard to work with. It's just figure it out. If you're going to be coming up with a pose and a design, just get creative and have at it. I genuinely don't know what I'm doing. So whether or not he's just going to hold him and then put them both in his hands, I'm having a good time. They are not easily going in. So this is what happened before. They didn't snap into place, so I knew they were going to fall out. So I think I might abandon trying to make a cool action scene out of this. I might do something in the stop motions or when I use these guys, but for now, I can just say these are fantastic accessories. Wolverine probably does not find them as fantastic as I do. That's because he is the benefactor of being wrapped up, so we'll just put them back there. And then he also comes with these smaller ones, which in my opinion are cooler for kind of putting them on display, because then you can get the poses, they're ready to come out, they're ready to strike. And so same thing, they'll just slide right in. Actually, that one slid in perfectly, so that one does not need to be worked in at all. Are we going to have as much luck with the number 2? And sorry, the camera is a little bit out of focus as his foot keeps coming in and out of view. So this one's a little bit stiffer, so it's not going to slide in as easy as the first one, but that's okay. For now, we're just going to put it in where it holds so that we can pose him a little bit and then sign off on the figure, sign off on the video, and just put him in a nice final pose. And this 5-pack was incredible. For the Wolverine and for the Omega Red, they were the two highlights of it. But then Kalisto, Cyber, and Jason Weingard of the Hellfire Club, this is just a solid pack. Every single one of these figures is incredible. So if you get a chance, I definitely recommend this pack. All of these figures are awesome. Just have at it. Wolverine is not going to be too pleased about all of these villains up in his face, but thanks for watching, and sorry Omega Red for knocking you over. Enjoy.